testing out max broad jump. So this drill is used to look at power output, to look at, how far can one jump out, and we get to see the power in the lower legs and the understanding of the movement in the air. I'm actually not a huge fan of this drill. I will test it with my athletes, but I'm not going to get caught up in it, and I'm not going to do a crazy amount. I think it puts an excessive force on the knee that we don't really need, especially when we don't land correctly, and it's just unnecessary. So on this drill, it's going to be a lot of the same things as our max vertical jump test, except for now we're trying to jump out linear as far as we can go. We're going to be in that good athletic position, toes pointed forward. We're going to be square, shoulder or hips, knees, ankles, everything in line. Our weight, our shoulder is going to be over our top. We're going to be on our toes, and we're going to sink and load. So we'll get that counter movement of our arms. We'll whip back, and then we're going to be on our toes, load our glutes, quads, and then we'll be jumping out and being explosive. So a lot of similarities. It's just one's going straight up, one's going straight out. Now the broad jump's going to have some different movement in the air and the landing. We have to make sure that on the beginning step, so as we go, we're not moving our feet, and then when we land, we stick it and we're able to hold it and we're not falling back. So when I think about this drill, if I go here, I'm going to visualize what I want to do, and then as I jump out, it's got to be up and out. So probably somewhere around about 40 degrees. If your athletes are jumping straight across, not only is it going to hurt to land, and probably will they land forward with their linear velocity taking them forward, they're not going to jump as far as they should. So you have to have an understanding that it's up and out to get where you want to go. Then, in the air, what's going to be happening is the arms come through. We're going to be reaching out with the chest and then flinging. That's why the core is so important in this drill. Flinging the legs way out in front of us and landing and making sure that we can stick it. So the example I showed you, my max broad jump was somewhere around 10.3, 10.5. My example I probably just showed you was under 8 feet. I just wanted to make sure we get the landing correctly, make sure you kind of see some of the things that are going on. So on this, in the air, as you're whipping, you're going to land way out in front. And like I said, we're going to sink down sometimes to catch that. That's excessive force. As coaching athletes, I just don't care about. I'm not about numbers. I'm not about how much weight you can do, how far you can jump. I want to see the results and make sure things are changing. But I really care about what you're doing on the field. State titles, all-state, all-Americans, making the team, whatever your goal is, that's what I'm looking for. So on this test, be smart, be safe. But the counter movement, the arms, how at that good angle, out in the air, ripping through, landing, sticking, and you're landing heel to toe to decelerate and catch and sink those hips so your glutes can help and your hamstrings can help slow you down through that deceleration movement. So a drill that's okay to test, don't get too caught up in it, but be smart and make sure that, if it's okay, we're going to test 4 or 5 times today, your athletes aren't, I want to keep going, I want to keep going. Just get what you got, do it correctly, move on, and then you can test out and see, hey, is my programming and protocol getting me the results that I want to, and am I getting that power increase and that force increase making me a better athlete?